Thank you very much, guys. Dana, well, you just said to me you think that was the best fight card in UFC history?
Yeah, I think it's the best card we've ever done. Top to bottom, the fights were unbelievable. I don't know. If somebody could tell me a card that was better than that one, I'd love to hear it.
You've debated with reporters for many years about the history of the heavyweights. Can you say with certainty right now, after that performance, Cain Velasquez, greatest heavyweight of all time?
Yeah, I mean, you have to look at, first of all, Junior Dos Santos has the most unbelievable chin and heart I've ever seen. And he hits hard. He doesn't quit. I think that fight should have been stopped in the third round. You know, I'm no doctor, but what I am is somebody who's seen a lot of guys who are too tough for their own good. You know, and Junior Dos Santos was that in the last fight and definitely in this fight. And I believe that the two best heavyweights in the world are Junior and Cain proved by far he is the better man.
Something interesting happened this week. A lot of media from Mexico. You guys have a new TV deal over there. When's he going to finally debut? Because you get the sense that if he finally fights in Mexico, Cain is going to just become an uber superstar.
Yeah, he might have become an uber superstar tonight. You know, he won the trilogy against the other toughest guy in the heavyweight division. But yeah, I mean, obviously we've been waiting to go in there for a long. I tell you what, we could take Diego Sanchez and Gilbert Melendez down to Mexico. I mean, that fight was unbelievable in the first round. You know, I like to watch Twitter while the fights are going on and talk to the fans. And everybody was saying Diego Sanchez doesn't belong in there with Gilbert Melendez, and Diego Sanchez stuck it, stuck it to everybody, man. Those guys were unbelievable. That's one of the best fights I've ever seen in my life.
Is it 100% that Verdum is next for Cain?
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be the fight. Yeah.
Any idea when it will happen?
I have no. Don't do this to me.
Speaking of the heavyweights, what do you think of Daniel Cormier? He says he's going down to light heavyweight. Do you want him to go down?
Yeah, he was light. Well, he can do whatever he wants to do. He was light tonight. You know, a lot of people were talking smack about him, that all he does is wrestles. He was better than Roy tonight wrestling, and he was the better man on his feet too.
There isn't a part of you that would love to see him fight Cain?
I don't care one way or the other. It's up to them.
In the past, you've said...
In the past, I've said that to guys who stay in the same weight division and say they won't fight each other. Daniel Cormier has made it very clear that he's going to move down to 205.
And so you mentioned Gilbert and obviously Diego having an amazing fight. Gilbert calls himself the uncrowned champion. He's got to be pretty close to getting another shot because the Benson fight was so close when they fought for the belt, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But obviously you don't know. A lot of stuff has to happen.
Now that Ben Henderson isn't the champion anymore, you know, people don't want to see that rematch right away. It's not like it was that fight was a barn burner, you know. It's just now that he's the champ, it makes more sense.